Welcome to 10 Bestest, where we sift through the noise so you don't have to. I'm Karen McFarland-Holman.
And I'm Brian Hart.
I'm going to be talking about some sci-fi technology that's in real life that uses plasma.
And I am going to be talking about a premium service I never thought I would actually get. Let's get to it.
My cool sheet, I'm going to be talking about technology. I love talking about science. I love talking about technology. And this one was super exciting to learn more about. This is force fields. So force fields feel like they are shown in sci-fi shows like Star Trek, for example, and that's it. We don't imagine that they are in everyday life. However, I'm going to tell you something that's a little bit different about that. They are actually happening, and there are 3 different force field technologies that exist right now. They are all in various stages of development and deployment stages. But I'm going to tell you, especially focusing on one. And that's one that Boeing has been working on, and they have now patented it. And this is a force field that can protect vehicles, such as military vehicles, from shock waves that can come. And they are getting this, so it is being developed and can be used operationally. So here's a little bit about the technology. It consists of 4 parts. There's a sensor. There's an arc generator, so an arc like an electrical arc, and there is a laser, and there are microwaves. So this sensor first detects a nearby explosion, and then it uses this combination of the electrical arc, the lasers, and the microwaves to rapidly heat up a wall of air in between the vehicle and the explosion. So it's this wall of air that's around the vehicle. And it heats up the air so much that it turns the air into this dense plasma bubble. And then the shock wave bounces off of the plasma bubble, protecting the vehicle and people inside of it, presumably, from those destructive waves. So this might be a question you could be wondering, what is plasma? Plasma is the 4th state of matter. So there is gas, liquid, and solid that we are used to in everyday life. Plasma we're not quite as used to. And it is essentially ionized molecules, and they have been excited so much that there's enough energy for the electrons to fly off the atom. So plasma is essentially a soup of atomic nuclei and free-floating electrons. So a lot more to say about that, but there's a little encapsulation of real life, everyday force fields.
My eyes were like this big the entire time. Holy moly,
real.
Force fields in real life?
Real. Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's just wild. I cannot wait to check out our own show notes and dive more into this because I kind of keep up on a lot of sciencey stuff, and I don't know if I've heard of force fields yet. It like really happening. That is wild.
It is wild. And when
a little scary too, especially because of course the first thing they do, how can we use this in the military?
Well, right. Of course. Of course. So that's where the money comes in, and Boeing's like, of course we'll develop this military. This is gonna pay us. But I found it fascinating because, got my scientific brain thinking, how can this work? And it totally makes sense once you see that. And so the link that I provide is a totally non-scientific take on it. Cool. It is made for non-scientists to be able to read and get a feel for what's going on.
Cool. Yeah. And I like how they incorporate microwaves into each one because these troops are going to need to eat, and they can get a Hot Pocket, put it in there, put it the force field.
Exactly.
And just chomp on their lunch while they're like, we're protected, man. We good.
Ooh, I have something. I just got an idea for another cool sheet. That's to do with microwaves.
All right.
Okay, I gotta remember it though. Help me remember it.
Okay.
Help me remember it.
Yes, please. Put it in the comments.
Yes.
Remember, microwaves, Hot Pockets. I don't know what it was, but something jogged your memory. All right, I'm going to be talking about a pay service, and I know. I don't like all these pay service. I mean, I do, but I don't. There's too many, there's so many, and this is one that I never thought I would get. But again, it's YouTube Premium. And again, I've been getting a lot on YouTube a lot more now that we have a YouTube show, so this is meta, and no, they are not paying for this. Obviously, YouTube pays us nothing right now, so don't worry about that. But I finally got it, and it's a game changer. There's no ads when you watch YouTube videos. And I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like there's more and more ads all of the time, especially if I watch a video that's maybe 15, 20 minutes long. There's like 2 or 3 different ad breaks. One in the beginning, 2 or 3 in the middle, and then maybe the end, at least I can skip out then. When you pay for premium, there are no ads ever, unless they have an in sponsor in their video, and that's a whole other thing, and that's fine. And they also have YouTube Music, so it's kind of like they want it to be their Spotify or Apple Music or Pandora type service, but they do. They have a ton of music, so you do get that. If you don't have one of those, maybe you can justify it that way. Then maybe it'll also give you a lot of music. Also, the videos play in the background, so you can close out your screen and hit it, and you can still listen to the video. So it's like almost having podcasts of YouTube videos, which actually, this is a feature that I thought, that's not going to really work. Totally works for me that I thought I wouldn't like. So all of these are really cool. Now again, if you watch a lot of YouTube, this is a game changer, but it could also be really bad for you. It could make you watch too much YouTube, and this is where it's getting a little tricky for me, is that my watch time has been way too much lately. I try to think it's productive, but again, maybe this is that nothing phenomenon that you talked about again. So be careful what you're watching, because it is super addictive, but you can get a 3-month trial. Talk about just 2 weeks not being enough. They have 3 months. Definitely check out YouTube Premium.
Okay, I find this fascinating because I at one point got YouTube Premium because I wanted the audio to play when my phone was off.
Yeah,
like I got it specifically for that. Yeah. And so I was cracking up when you were saying like, oh yeah, and then there's that thing and whatever. And I was like, but that's actually why. And I did like it, but then I was like, I'm paying too much for just that. But now that you say, and that was a good year or 2 ago.
Sure.
I bet there's more now that they didn't have then. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm curious. Trying it out is a good idea.
Yeah, for sure.
And then
although the 3 months, they're like, wow, that's a lot. But yeah, it's because it's going to get you hooked on it. Once you're 3 months in, like I don't think I can ever go back to ads.
Oh,
there's nothing like seeing a video like with your friends, and you're like, oh, check this out, and then it's an ad, and you're like,
yeah.
Let's hold on. Okay, skip. Now check this out. Yeah. Now I can just be like, I'm the coolest kid on the block.
Because that's what it's all about,
That's
man.
what you need to be.
Well, thanks for bringing that back into my orbit. You said orbit earlier today. Now I'm like going to be saying
everything's
orbit all the time.
Orbit.
I'm going to be saying orbit all the time because of the frequency illusion.
That's right.
Maybe.
Okay. I think that's how that works.
Anyway, thank you. And I want to remind all of you to learn more about everything that we've been talking about on 10bestest.com. You can go to our show notes at 10bestest.com/answer. Thank you for joining us, friend. I'm Karen McFarland-Holman.
And I'm Brian Hart.
So tell us in the comments below, what do you think about this technology of force fields? Is it really cool or is it kind of scary?
And let us know in the comments, what's your go-to premium service you can't live without?
Please like and tell a friend about 10 Bestest.
And stay tuned next week for another series of great shows.
And don't forget to stay curious.